Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Rich Williams. I am the chief coach for Momentum Coaching. And Momentum, we believe that education plus application makes all the difference in the world. And I'm so excited that you took some time to join me on this short webinar and just sharing real briefly the success that we can have working for sale by owners. Now, there are some myths that I need to debunk as it relates to working with a for sale by owner. Myth number one, they eat their young. It's not true. They don't eat their young. Myth number two, they don't need us, right? That's one of the thoughts as it relates to working with the for sale by owners. And the truth is, according to a recent survey done by the National Association of Realtors, the National Association of Realtors found that there are three things that for sale by owners said that they need an agent to help them with. Number one is the paperwork. Number two is presentation. And number three is pricing their house correctly. And by the way, those same three or four things, actually it's four when it comes to working with sellers, according to a National Association of Realtors, 88% of sellers said that they need a real estate agent to help them with the paperwork, with pricing, presentation, and promoting the property. So listen, whether it's a for sale by owner or working with a direct seller, the need for our services is extremely vital. So the purpose of this webinar is just, again, just to walk you through some success that I found over the years of working with for sale by owners. My name is Rich Williamson. I'm also the team leader for Wall Street Homes, the real estate team. But I've been doing this coaching and real estate sales business development for over 15 years, and I've had the honor of working with over 14,000 sales professionals, small business owners, and realtors. I've helped real estate professionals amass more than $153 million of real estate sales. And so the point is, I'm not a novice when it comes to working with for sale by owners. So what are we going to cover today? Today we're going to cover how to approach the for sale by owners. We're going to talk about how you build a rapport with the for sale by owners. And then finally, how to commit the for sale by owner to take action. And after we cover how to commit the for sale by owner to take action, I'm going to reach out to a couple of for sale by owners and see if I can connect with them and use a dialogue that has an 85% success rate. Now, here's my disclaimer. The for sale by owners that I'm calling, they haven't been vetted. In other words, they're not expecting a phone call from me. So I'm hoping the call goes well. At the same time, here's my disclaimer, just in case I get hung up on or cursed out, the best I can do is censor the curse word, but they will be live phone calls that I'm making. So that's my disclaimer up front. Wanted to get that out of the way. So as it relates to working with for sale by owner, here's some things I want you to keep in mind, that there are 9 common reasons that for sale by owner transaction fails. Number one, they're asking prices too high. By the way, I mentioned that one of the things that the Realtors Association determined that 3 things that a for sale by owner needs help with, and one of the areas that they need help in is how to price competitively. Number 2, they refuse to offer a buyer's agent commissioned. Less than 8% of homes sold in any market across the U.S. are sold for sale by owners. And I want you to think about the number of homes just in your zip code that are being sold by realtors, and then you take that number. If it's 100, that means that only 8 homes in your area, in your zip code, as an example, are being sold for sale by owners. So that's a very small pool of homes being sold by agents, and refusing to pay a buyer's agent commission really reduces the for sale by owner opportunity to sell. They can't track qualified buyers, directly related to them refusing to work with an agent, and of course knowing how to market their homes. One of the things that I'll point out to you is how you can be a resource to for sale by owners. Reason number 9, not effectively qualifying prospective buyers. Listen, I've been in real estate since 2002, and it's 2019. I've been in real estate for 17 years, and I gotta tell you, I don't really know how to qualify prospective buyers. That's why we work with lenders, professional lenders, senior mortgage advisor, because they are the experts in qualifying a prospective buyer. Reason number 5 for sell by owner transactions fail is overlooking crucial documentation. In real estate, time is of the essence, and there are dates as it relates to the performance of the contract, and the for sale by owner doesn't really understand how crucial documentation is, and they can get themselves into hot water. They can even be sued. Low curb appeal, that goes under the category of the 3 Ps. What are the 3 Ps in real estate in helping sellers sell? It's price, presentation, and promotion. And of course, I don't have time in this short webinar to go over the intricate steps on how homes are presented, but curb appeal is at the top. If it doesn't look attractive from the outside, and the perception is it's not attractive on the inside, and further that perception in the eyes of the buyer is that the home isn't being maintained very well. And if the perception is that the home isn't being maintained very well, guess what's going to happen? What will be reflected in the price? Obviously, the buyer will offer a lower price for the home. Brings me to another thought, and that is this: home sold by agent versus home sold for sale by owners on average sell at 13 to 17%, in some cases higher, at a higher market price and faster. So low curb appeal, poor interior staging, that goes under the presentation, how the home is presented. It's a common reason that transactions fail. Failure to address issues raised by a home inspection. Listen, the seller, unless he or she is getting legal advice or they have a real estate attorney to help them on their side of the transaction, how do you know how to negotiate? Listen, there are updates on sales contract in some regions, some areas, almost quarterly, and at the very least yearly updates to the sales contract. And home inspection is one of those crucial areas in a real estate document. Home inspection is appraisal or finance contingencies. They are crucial areas in real estate. Reason number 9, being present during open houses and showings. Buyers are uncomfortable talking about your house while you're standing there, while the seller is standing there. In reality, more than 80% of for sale by owners fail to sell their home successfully. And this is good news for agents. And I'll show you later, momentarily, why it is good news for us. There's some advantages of prospecting to for sale by owners. Number 1, they have a qualified need to sell. Ladies and gentlemen, for sale by owners are motivated sellers. This is one of the reasons why I personally love working with for sale by owners. I've sold more homes for sale by owners and our expired listings than I did having friends or working networks to get listings. I've sold more homes for sale by owners and expired listing, far more homes for sale by owners and expired listing than I did networking, sphere of influence, etc. For sale by owners tend to have a timeline in mind. 13% found it a challenge to hit the timeline. Another advantage of prospecting for sale by owners is the for sale by owner, they lack marketing experience. Ladies and gentlemen, we study the market. We know days on market. We know average list price, medium price that homes are being sold. We look at this and we analyze this database for some of us almost on a daily basis. And the for sale by owner, unless he or she is studying the market at our level, they lack that experience, lack negotiating skills. 15% found it a challenge to get the right price. These are the for sale by owners that were surveyed in this particular area. Here are the downsides of prospecting for sale by owners. They're unwilling to pay commission. They may have a strong objection or resist our advice. 8% of for sale by owners use an MLS website. 28% do not actively market their home. It's a downside of being a for sale by owner. The average for sale by owner sells for, on average, $59,000 less than if it's realtor assisted sale. So you should be sharing this information with for sale by owners. 12% of for sale by owners have difficulty understanding all the documentation required to sell their home. Listen, I'm a real estate agent. I've been doing this since 2002, but I'm not a real estate attorney. And so there are items and issues, terms, conditions of the contract that almost on a monthly basis, we have to be looking at contracts, talking with contract experts if we're going to successfully negotiate and navigate all the documentation required to sell a home. Listen, folks, I'm just giving you some ideas, some advantages, pros and cons of working that for sale by owner market. So why for sale by owners, Rich? I'm glad you asked that question. According to the National Association of Realtors, 70% of all for sale by owners will either choose an agent or change their mind about selling. Number two reason why we should work for sale by owners, because we can sell it faster and for more money. Listen, I use the 7 words of impact, right? 7 words, and it's really short, and it goes something like this: Mr. and Mrs. for sale by owner, if I can show you that I can sell your house faster, put more money in your pocket than you could, would you consider giving me 20 minutes of your time? 7 words that leads to success. If I can show you, would you? Let me give you the 7 words again. If I can show you, would you? Mr. and Mrs. for sale by owner, if I can show you that I can sell your house faster, put more money in your pocket than you can, would you consider hiring me, right? And so, you know, this idea of working with a for sale by owner and being successful is really high, in my opinion. I mean, the point here is we want to work with motivated sellers, right? And that's the goal. Our goal is to work with motivated sellers. And so I'm just really sharing information on working with for sale by owners. Working with for sale by owners. And I sure hope you're taking good notes, right? And you're following along in this free webinar as we move towards making these live phone calls. The third reason why for sale by owners is 88% of all sellers need help on pricing, promotion, and presentation. 88% of all sellers need help on pricing, presentation, and promotion. So just really, right in short, right here, from me, 3 strong reasons to work with for sale by owners. NAR says that 70% of them will either choose an agent or change their mind about selling. Reason number 2, we can sell it faster for more money. We can sell it faster and for more money. Sometimes I call for sale by owners and I just say the 7 words that lead to success. I shared this earlier, the 7 words that lead to success. If I can show you, would you? If I can show you, Mr. and Mrs. for sale by owner, I can sell your house faster, put more money in your pocket than you could. Would you consider giving me 20 minutes of your time? Rich, what are you going to talk about in those 20 minutes? In those 20 minutes, I'm going to focus in on how we present homes and how by presenting the home, marketing that home, using our online marketing plan, how we can get you a high sell price and sell in a shorter amount of time because of our marketing strength. And then finally, 88% of all sellers, they need our help in pricing, presentation, and promotion. They need our help in these areas. So I get to ask this question quite often. Okay, Rich, so I make the phone call. I use the 7 words, or maybe I use the other script that I'm going to share with you momentarily, right? When you go to take a look at a for sale by owners, for sale by owners home, what's my goal? Am I doing a full-blown listing presentation? No, not unless they asked you to share your marketing. If I use the 7 words that lead to success, when I call and say, if I can show you that I can sell your house faster, put more money in your pocket than you can, would you consider giving me 20 minutes of your time? Now, I'm going over there with a small portion of my listing program, just enough to whet their appetite so that they lean in and say, Rich, show me more. Outside of that, when you initially call that for sale by owner and say, I want to take a look at your house, what's our goal? Our goal is quite simple. We only want to get our foot in the door. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the only reason. That's our only goal. So when you call that for sale by owner, of course you want to have marketing material. Of course you want to have ideas to give them on stage in their home and things they can do to get a higher sell price. You want to be a resource for them. You want to give them information on how to market their home. But our goal is to get our foot in the door so that we can build a relationship with them. Here's this script that I use. I share this often everywhere that I go whenever I talk about working with for sale by owners. This script here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, has an 85% success rate. Step 1 in this script is, hey, I'm calling about the house on 123 Indy Street. Is it available? Step 2 is, how soon can I see it? Step 3 is, are you cooperating with realtors? So when I call, and I'm going to use this when I make the phone calls, I'm making phone calls momentarily. So you're just joining us. This is a for sale by owner, how to get a for sale by owner listing. This is actually a short part of a longer program that we have on the detailed steps of getting a for sale by owner, how to market to a for sale by owner. That's a more detailed level class, and it has videos and content. But I just wanted to give this quick overview to this process because I want to get information into the hands to help sales professionals be successful selling real estate. My team and I, my coaching staff and I, we are on a mission to impact the lives of 100,000 sales professional, small business owners, and entrepreneurs this year. And so we're giving this free content. Step 1, I'm calling for sale by owner. Ring, ring. Hello. Yes. Hi, this is Rich. I'm calling about the house on 123 Indy Street. Is it available? They say, yes, it is. They are thinking I'm a buyer. Psychologically, the walls are lower. Their motivation is high. And step 2 is, how soon can I see it? Boom, I set that appointment. And then, of course, at least in my area, the Maryland Association, the Maryland Real Estate Commission says that within a certain time period, we have to introduce ourselves as a licensed agent. And so then I say, oh, by the way, are you cooperating with realtors? Are you cooperating with brokers is what I say. Now, I say cooperating with realtors or cooperating with brokers. I like to say cooperating with brokers. The for sale by owner, they don't really know what I'm asking. What do you mean cooperating with brokers? What does that mean? It's vague. Sometimes they respond with, oh, no. I'm not working with an agent. We're not hiring. We're not quite ready to hire an agent yet. Listen to that. We're not quite ready to hire an agent yet. You know what I'm hearing in that? When things don't work the way I think they should work, I want to hire an agent. But they typically say, Rich, we're not hiring an agent. Then I say, oh, let me clarify. I apologize. I should have been a little bit more clear. When I say, are you cooperating with a broker? What I mean is, if I bring you a qualified buyer, are you willing to pay a commission? Boom, I go right for it. You're willing to pay a commission. They may say yes. They may say no. They may say something like, it depends. Well, they say, well, no, not really. I said, okay, great. I said, can I sell preview just in case things change? They may or may not let me over. But 85% of the time when I use this 3-step approach, I'm telling you, I set the appointment. So you want to add value to them. Take a moment to research on Google, and find at least 5 or 10 websites that they can place their property on for free. That's adding value to them. Send them a sample copy of maybe a sales contract or a seller's disclosure. make sure it has a watermark stamped on it that is just a sample so they can't take that and use it. But send them a sample of the seller's disclosure and say, here's typically the disclosure that all sellers need to fill out when they sell their real estate, whether they're represented by an agent or not. If you have any questions about it, give me a call. Love to be a resource for you. How do you get them to commit to take action? So when I send them the information and I empower them with free websites that they can post their home on, or I connect them, give them information based upon what they're looking to accomplish, or I send them a sample copy of the seller's disclosure, I get them to commit to take action. I'm going to send this information to you. Here's what I need you to do, Mr. For Sale by Owners. Just take a look at it and try to fill out the form, or here's the websites. I want you to go in and fill out the form, put your property on the website and let me know when it's up. Call me because I want to take a look at it. I may be able to point out some information on how it's worded. So you want to be a resource, but I want them to commit to take action, right? Here's another way I can get them to commit to take action. When I say, if I can show you I can sell it faster, put more money in your pocket that you can, are you willing to give me 20 minutes of your time? They commit to take action. Yes, Rich, we'll give you 20 minutes of your time, but we want to make sure that we're tying that piece in. We want to make sure that we are tying that piece in as it relates to working with that for sale by owner. Now what I want to do is I want to switch gears here and I want to make some live for sale by owner phone calls. Some live for sale by owner phone calls. And so for those that are just logging on to this webinar, here's my disclaimer. I did not prep these sellers before I called them. So it's quite possible that I can catch a seller that doesn't want to talk to me. It's quite possible that I can catch a seller that really may be irritated that I'm calling. And it's also quite possible that I may reach a seller that will, quite frankly, cuss me out. So this is my disclaimer. So if I make the phone call and I connect with the person that's, let's say they're less than friendly and they curse me out, at least I let you know in advance that I may get cussed out. All right, so now that I got my disclaimer out the way, and I have to say that because just in case, this webinar is recorded and we share it later, and just in case someone is watching it and we censor out the curse words, that they may have an issue with it. So, or you may be listening to it live and you may hear the curse word before we can rebroadcast it and censor out the curse word. I'm just giving you in advance, there's an opportunity, there's a possibility that I may get cursed out. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I hope the audio is up good on your end. I got the audio up on my end for this call. Here we go.
I can't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message and your number. Thank you.
Hi, this is Rich. I'm calling about the house that's for sale on White Saddle Drive. Just curious if it's still available. If it is, call me right away at 240-206-1218. And there's another reason why for sale by owner should hire us, because if you and I were the listing agent and a buyer called, we would have captured that information. We could document that information. We could respond, and then we can walk through doing some prep and qualifying, etc. But this for sale by owner may have missed a motivated buyer. Let me move on to the next number. Hopefully I can squeeze in another number, a phone call or two prior to our time being up on this webinar. So here we go. I'm going to the next number on the list. And again, I'm hoping the volume is up on your end. You can hear pretty well the phone ringing. Here we go. Call number 2.
Hello?
Yes, hi, this is Rich Williams. I'm calling about the house that's for sale on Foster Street. Is it available?
Which street?
On Foster Street?
Foster.
It's showing up Foster.
That's right, you got that house.
Do I have the wrong house?
I'm not affiliated with that house.
Do you have a house that's for sale by owner?
No.
Oh, okay. I apologize, sir. I have the wrong number. Okay, thank you. All right, doesn't look like this live phone call thing is working out too well. Typically, when I make a wrong phone number, I usually go down the path of offering service, see if I can maybe pick up a person to put in my database, but because of the time of this call, I decided to move on. Here's the next call. Third time may be the charm.
Sean O'Boyle, can I help you?
Yes, hi, Sean. This is Rich Williams. I'm calling about a house that was for sale on Everett Street.
Right.
Yeah, is it still available?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. How soon can I see it?
I'm going to the beach tonight,
Okay,
but I'll be back Tuesday.
okay.
If you want to look at it.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
Call me Tuesday. Where are you located?
Yeah, so I'm in Gaithersburg.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
So just call me Tuesday.
okay.
What time? Is there an approximate time you want to look at?
Tuesday, if it's some point midday, that'd be great.
Okay. Well, tell me what you got going on. Are you looking to move? You got a family? What do you got going on?
Yeah, so
I don't want to just keep showing the house if it's not something.
no, I appreciate that because so I work with a team of realtors and you know, are you cooperating with brokers?
Yeah, I'm going to do a 3% co-op, but the
Okay.
picture and the computer and everything. So let me give you the history of it.
Okay.
So we had it on the market. We had it on the market for 90 days. Okay. I lived in the house for 22 years and raised 4 children there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the pictures speak for themselves. So if you want to drive by and look at the backyard and how it all looks, I mean, it's and you can see the pictures online. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna list it if that's what your team's all about.
No.
So I'm looking for a buyer.
Right.
3% co-op.
Yep.
Everything in the pictures and the listing speaks for itself.
Okay.
So if you have a buyer that wants to see it, we're more than happy to show.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate you being upfront about it because my goal is not to list it. We have buyers that are looking to purchase in that price range, and I just found from experiences I need to reach out and see if you're cooperating with realtors first before we start sharing information about your property.
Oh yeah, no, I thought it would. I thought I just relisted it. It just got posted, I think, last night. I thought it would have said in there 3%.
Yeah, I didn't see it. And I'm just curious, Sean, and you said you had it on the market, meaning you had it with an agent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tom Williams is back and he sold it to me.
Okay.
22 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, I started off at $1,499,000. I know, I've been in Chevy Chase View forever.
Right.
I know what other houses sold for. I know my number where it is now. It's got to be real close because there's a house on the same street sold for $1.2 million.
Right.
That was nothing that had been done in 40 years. So
Right.
my house has an addition, a master bath, master suite, 2-car garage. So I know my number's a good number. Now it's just a matter of finding the right buyer.
Right. And that was the thing I was going to ask you about the price. You're relatively close. One of the things I will do is I'll shoot you out some information because we look at the market in the area on a regular basis. We kind of do trend analysis. So, and I just send it out to you. It'll confirm what you already know as it relates to your price. So, good. So I appreciate your time, Sean. I'm going to follow up like Tuesday, and hopefully we can get together Tuesday and I can take a quick look at it.
All right.
All right. I appreciate it. Thanks. Enjoy the beach, man.
All right, bye. All right, sir.
Sure. Bye. I'm speechless. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this works. Is it available? How soon can I see it? By the way, are you cooperating with brokers? Typically the response is, oh no, I'm not going to sell. But my job is to build a relationship, get my foot in the door. Here's a $1.2 million property. He's willing to pay 3%. Most likely what I'm going to do is when I go over there, I'm going to ask him, can we do marketing and do an open house? That's another conversation. Hey, listen, I appreciate everyone joining me on this call today. I'm Rich Williams. I'm the chief coach at Momentum Coaching. I'm the doctor of development, the professor of productivity at Momentum Coaching. We believe that education plus application makes all the difference in the world. I hope this webinar has been helpful. For more information on what we're doing and how to get connected with us, you can find us on any social media platform at Momentum 100. It's been my honor, my pleasure. Hope this information helps you go out and be successful. Let's get started.